All right, welcome back, everybody. We're ready to go here. First at 5:30, the latest tally for the pension settlement. This was the court action just the other day. The big Council 94, Rhode Island's largest public workers union, approves the settlement. 1231 to 1036 for the state workers, 534 in favor, 299 against on the municipal side. So it passes with Council 94. That's the judge presiding, Judge Sarah Taft Carter. A majority of the NEA and AFT teachers unions also approves the settlement, though 3 NEA locals and at CCRI voted it down. Also voting it down this week, the Cranston Police and Firefighters Union and a group of other police officers in the IBPO. Now, despite the division, the vast majority of people eligible to vote have voted to approve it. Just a fraction going against it. This could be a game changer going into next week. We don't know what the end game is. Will the judge allow the state to settle with the majority and go to court with the others? We'll see. This is fluid as far as we know. We want to bring in Governor Raimondo now to ask her about this and other important issues in the news. She joins us live at the State House tonight. Governor, thanks for joining us. Nice to have you on.
Thanks, Gene. It's great to be on.
Now, you just heard the news on the pension. I would assume that you're going to be smiling tonight because that's going your way. Everybody wants to settle. There are some groups that don't. Do you know what will happen next week?
I don't, but I'm very encouraged by the votes today, and I'd say it's going the way for all Rhode Islanders. It's time to put this behind us and get a settlement that works to secure Rhode Island's future.
Well, let me just press you a little bit, Governor. Would you want to settle with the majority of the groups and let the others go to court? Would that be palatable for you? That's just an opinion. I know you're under the gag order, but what do you think as governor?
You know, I respect the judge. She's doing an excellent job, and we're going to follow her orders and follow her lead. But right now, we've worked very hard at the settlement. We have a good settlement on the table. Many people have approved it, and I'd like to move forward. All
right, that gag order has been the source of consternation for reporters, the ACLU, the Rhode Island Press Association. Do you think that's a good thing, or would you like to see the judge modify it so that the people can understand what's going on here?
You know, I respect the judge, I respect the judicial process, and we're going to live within the 4 corners of the orders that she puts out.
All right, practically now, there's talk that you want to amortize some of the pension debt. We know, just like people you can only pay your house bills with the money you have. But wouldn't that be kicking it down the can for future generations? If you get smaller payments now, somebody's got to pay the piper down the road.
Well, you know, the point here is that this settlement, if it's passed, fundamentally restructures the whole pension system. It'll be a much smaller debt to pay and a much more secure pension system. So that we have to keep our eye focused on that. And then the details that you're talking about how we pay it, you know, that's something that we can work on over time.
All right, let's move now. You were talking about school construction. That's an important project. You want to have the state lift the cap on building new schools. We need new schools. Where would the money come from to do that?
The money's in my budget. You know, there are many difficult choices in the budget, but we've put $90 million in the budget to start building new schools and repairing schools that are broken down. The fact is, Gene, today we have, you know, hundreds if not thousands of kids all around Rhode Island going to school in schools that are falling apart. And it's time that every kid in Rhode Island has an opportunity to go to school in a place that's warm and safe and not falling apart. So, you know, the money's in the budget as I proposed it, and I hope the General Assembly passes it so we can put people to work rebuilding schools and get our kids learning in good environments.
New Jersey has a program like this, but the state oversees strictly the construction. Would that be something that the state would do? We're going to monitor it, inspect. All the bills have got to go through a central office. Is that what we're looking at here?
Yes, exactly. In fact, that's a core piece of the proposal that I've made because, you know, that's the way it should be. We shouldn't be wasting money. It should be efficient. It should be on a need-based system, and the state does need to do a better job of monitoring the spend, exactly as you just said.
All right, Governor, quick 10 seconds for each answer here. Have you read the Ken Block report on regionalization of the fire departments? Have you read that?
I have not read that, no.
Why not, Governor? It seems important. Why not?
Well, yeah, I'm a little busy running the state at the moment, Gene.
All right, we'll take that as an answer, but some people aren't going to be happy, but that's your answer. Any news on the Paw Sox front?
No, no news. No
Nothing
news.
at all?
Not at all. We're waiting for them to give us a proposal, and we'll evaluate it when we get it.
All right, Governor Raimondo, thanks for joining us.
Good night. Have a good weekend.
You too. For a full breakdown of the pension settlement process, you can follow the story on turnto10.com.